first page of the Old Testament, we read of a mysterious future king whom God had promised for his people. Just about every nitpicky detail about his life was foretold hundreds of years in advance. Genesis 3:15 says that there was going to be an offspring of mankind to come. God speaking to the serpent, or Satan, and he says, I will put distance between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. So there we find that the seed of the woman, the offspring of the woman, will bruise Satan's head. That's a death blow. But Satan will bruise the offspring's heel. And as we march through the Old Testament, we find this idea of the offspring of the woman. It keeps getting more and more detailed. So out of all the people in the entire world, he picks Abraham. If you look at the next one, it says, I will bless your offspring. Now Abraham had 2 kids. He picks Isaac. He says, you're going to know who this offspring is who's going to destroy Satan, but will be crushed by Satan. It's going to come through the line of Abraham, through the line of Isaac. Isaac has 2 kids, and he picks Jacob. Jacob has 12 kids, okay? He picks the tribe of Judah. Says you're going to know who the offspring is. This will be from the line of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Judah. Then he specifies even further. He says it'll be in the line of Jesse. Now Jesse had 8 kids, but it's going to be from the line of David. And so we're looking for someone from the line of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Judah, Jesse, David. That's a pretty precise idea of who it's going to be out of all the people in the entire world. And then if you flip that page over, it says he had to be born in Bethlehem. Okay? So not only is he eliminating 99.9% of all the people in the entire world for who the Messiah was going to be, he says it's going to be in the town of Bethlehem. Now when that prophecy is made, there are about 1,000 people living in there. So we're talking about a city even smaller than Cedar Grove. He says you're going to know who my Messiah is. He'll be from the line of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Judah, Jesse, David. He's going to be born in Bethlehem. If you look at this, it gets even more specific. He was to be preceded by a messenger. He was to have his ministry in Galilee. He was to be both divine and human. And he was to be a prophet. So you're going to know who the king is when he comes. He'll be born of a woman from the line of Abraham, the seed of Isaac, the son of Jacob, the tribe of Judah, the line of Jesse, and David. He'll be born in Bethlehem, minister in Galilee, be human and divine. He'll be a prophet, and a messenger will come before him. In addition, 173,880 days after 444 BC will be becoming the Messiah, the Prince. I think it's pretty astonishing how these prophecies are amazingly fulfilled. But does Jesus meet the criteria? If he doesn't, then he wasn't the king who was to come. Now in that skit I did, I'll fess up, that was a skit, that wasn't a real AJ. I know I had you guys fooled pretty good. But he didn't handle the genealogy very well. When I asked you which testament was better, and then I went to Matthew 1, he said, well, this doesn't have any application for my life. But it turns out that genealogy is in there for a very good reason. It's the first page of the New Testament. And if you look at it carefully, you'll know who the Messiah is. It'll be from the line of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Judah, Jesse, David. You look at that genealogy, you find Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Judah, Jesse, David. If you read a chapter later, he's born in Bethlehem. 2 chapters later, a messenger is sent ahead of him. You can't write this stuff up, guys. I mean, if you want to say it's a coincidence, well, you're probably bad at math. These things were foretold between 1,000 and 400 years before he was born. I think the only logical conclusion is that God inspired the Bible and he knew exactly when Jesus would come.